The Russians fired a continuous barrage that penetrated the French-supplied AMX-10 RCs. The armored vehicles, sometimes called light tanks, were not heavy enough to protect the soldiers, Gray said, and had to be positioned behind them instead of in front, the Washington Post writes.
The soldier tells about a battle of the 37th Ukrainian Division near Velika Novosilka. The Russians fired a continuous barrage that penetrated the French.
The Russian military has been using a family of kinetic 125mm ammunition known as Mango since the mid-1980s, with all 125mm guns used on main battle tanks, tank destroyers including the D-81. This family comprised the 3VBM-17 cartridge and the 3BM-42 long rod penetrator made of steel. About 10 years later, a new family of kinetic ammunition known as SVINETS was in the making.
Kinetic 125mm ammunition known as Mango since the mid-1980s, with all 125mm guns used on main battle tanks.
SVINETS represent the family of new rounds designed to meet a new performance level set by the American M829 that were loaded with depleted uranium penetrators that made their debut in Operation Desert Storm in Iraq, 1991. The original M829 could penetrate 540mm of raw target at 2,000 meters. The advanced types of M829, A3/4 long rod DU penetrators are fitted with a special fin designed to defeat ERA.
Designed to meet a new performance level set by the American M829 that were loaded with depleted uranium.
Both Mango M and SVINETS 2 took the center stage. According to the developers, their ability to penetrate armor has increased by more than 20% compared to the earlier versions. The rounds are said to ensure the defeat of almost the entire spectrum of armored vehicles from a distance of more than 2 kilometers.
Penetrators are fitted with a special fin designed to defeat ERA.
The 3VBM-23 SVINETS-2 round with 3BM-60 APF-SDS projectile for the modernized 2A46M gun is capable of penetrating a homogeneous armor plate of 300mm thickness at a 2,000 meters distance. The muzzle velocity is 1,660 meters per second. The round weighs 22 kilograms, while the weight of the projectile is 8.4 kilograms. It can be operated at temperatures between -40 and +40.
With 3BM-60 APF-SDS projectile for the modernized 2A46M gun is capable of penetrating.
The upgraded 3VBM-17 Mango M penetrates 280mm armor, a 50mm increase in comparison with the previous Mango round. One of the main advantages is the lack of necessity to make any changes to the design of the automatic loader of the T-72 and T-90 tanks. This can play a key role in the selection of the Mango M by countries operating these MBTs.
The upgraded 3VBM-17 Mango M penetrates 280mm armor, a 50mm increase in comparison with the previous Mango round. One of the main advantages
Again, according to Forbes, the French AMX-10 RCs were modified to Ukraine's requirements. For example, the Ukrainians wanted these combat vehicles to give better awareness, speed, and combat range of the 105mm gun. Most likely the French added more advanced optical systems, day, night, and thermal, to achieve awareness. Also, to increase the range, the shells were different from ordinary ones. As Ukrainian Defense Minister Oleksiy Reznikov described it, the AMX-10 RC is a sniper rifle on fast wheels.
Most likely, the French added more advanced optical systems, day, night, and thermal, to achieve awareness. Also, to increase the range, the shells were different from ordinary
However,
ones.
this begs the question of why in the early days of the counteroffensive, it was the AMX-10 RCs that were thrown into battle to penetrate the Russian defenses. I.e., what test results did the French military provide for armor durability? Somehow, Somehow there is no logical answer, especially against the background of the fact that it is the Ukrainians who know very well what weapons the Russian armed forces have at their disposal.
I.e., what test results did the French military provide for armor durability?
There is also the possibility that simply timing is a key factor. For example, Ukraine urgently needs armored fighting vehicles, and a possible update of the armor would take longer than expected.
Somehow there is no
But even so,
answer,
this does not give an answer to the decision taken by the Ukrainian command to throw the AMX-10 RC into the front lines.
There is also the possibility that simply timing is a key factor.
The armor used on the AMX-10 RC is a combination of steel and aluminum. The steel should provide a high level of protection against small arms fire and shrapnel, while the aluminum helps reduce the overall weight of the vehicle. The armor is also designed to be modular, meaning that damaged sections can easily be replaced in the field.
The armor used on the
While the AMX-10 RC's armor is effective against small arms fire and shell fragments, it is not designed to withstand direct hits from heavy weapons. Vehicle armor is also vulnerable to certain projectile types, such as armor-piercing rounds. It is therefore important that the vehicle is used in conjunction with other armored vehicles and infantry support to minimize the risk of damage and casualties.
While the AMX-10 RC's armor is effective against small arms fire and shell fragments,
the armor thickness of the AMX-10 RC varies depending on the location of the vehicle. The front part of the hull and the turret are the most heavily armored areas with a thickness of up to 40 millimeters. The sides and rear of the body are about 20 millimeters thick, while the bottom of the vehicle is about 10 millimeters thick.